Hey, bestie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you?
Is he crying?
I hope that you're okay.
Grown ass man sitting on this fucking internet crying. And that better not be a student texting him.
Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much, and can't wait for you to come back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
lock
that's
this
that same
nigga up.
teacher.
Throw away the key. Throw away the key. Yo, what did you do, man? I'm not want to waste time, so I'm get straight into it. You feel me? Now today about to reacting to cool teachers are ruining children. I mean, not necessarily if they still getting the right curriculum, like this, the right lessons plans. I don't see nothing wrong with having a little fun, but let's see what they talking about. This nigga think he at a club or something. This is not a fashion show. Damn. Like, all right, that's not cool. She know what she doing. I don't know what grade she teach, but as a young man, my hormones was definitely jumping. She one of them teachers that I would have been. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Give me her, give me funds. In the boardroom, looking bored because I'm not here for pleasing the men.
Are we not getting tired of the professional?
Nah, that's
people being
crazy. She's
unprofessional?
going.
There's been
She
this
ain't
growing
She ain't going to class like that. Nah. That was just a little whore. I
going
highly
around,
doubt
especially
that.
with the content creation, social media,
She ain't going to class like that.
era
Titties
we
all
do
out.
live in
What?
now, where everybody wants to share every single aspect.
This nigga got
of
on
their
a full
life.
suit.
And because the
What you
mundane
feeling like?
and the boring don't
Men in
necessarily
black
make it
nigga?
to the FYP pages
With the
for
Jeffrey
everybody to
Dahmer
see,
glasses.
they want to live it up.
Hold on. Full suit off the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. This is an interesting fit. But hey, he might got something important
make it
going
be as
on.
big as possible, even to the extent of doing things that are unprofessional. And while this video might stem from the teacher claiming to be the cool teacher, which in and of itself, I don't even understand why that's something that people would strive to be. That's a little oxymoronic. But while this video might stem from the cool teacher comments, unprofessionalism has been bleeding
bad, y'all. My
into
face is getting dry
professional
as shit.
environments for a long time now. We're losing the recipes. It's the reason why I had to put on my Sunday's best in order to show people that yes, you can still wear a tie and look good. If I do say so myself, look a little handsome. I may hand you some.
A lot of teachers
Look
have
a
a
little
tendency
Dahmer.
to get upset with what the students consider the cool teachers. As a person that I guess you can say that students would consider like,
Okay.
oh,
I'm gonna let me get her hairs off.
this
real quick.
class. It's like you can't be mad at that teacher for being who they are. You're holding bitterness against the wrong thing. And if you're a cool teacher, you get it. Not that we want to be cool, is that the students make you a pillar of resources, emotional stability, whatever feels like home. The students themselves make you that.
Now, I'm going to put on my old head.
I
hat for a
definitely agree
second.
with
I
that.
grew up in an era where there was a clear distinction between authority figures and your friends. The authority figures weren't striving to be cool. They were authority figures. They were well respected. They were sought to as people who had a voice and respected opinion, and they were intelligent, etc., etc. Now, I think a common misconception in this conversation is that these teachers now have to conform to whatever respectability politics that are laid out by some bigger, wider, vaster system that has control over, minorities and that are putting down people. And I'm saying no to that. Like, I don't think that dreads make you less of a person to listen to. Like, that doesn't make you less intelligent because maybe you have a different hair color or you have an ear piercing or something like that. I don't think that that's what that is. The problem becomes when you believe that all these norms that are in place just serve no purpose at all and we should just let them all go. Why is it not strange that a teacher is striving to be the cool teacher around a bunch of teenagers? And the way that
Me personally, I hate to butt in right here, but I kind of do feel like that's weird. Not in a way. They personality, they could just be being themselves. It's like I can see both sides. Somebody being themselves, they can't help it that the students think they cool. But for the teachers that actually try to be cool, why are you seeking validation from children? You get what I'm saying? They supposed to be looking up to you, but I definitely get it because it's like it's not my fault that I am the way that I am. You want me to make myself? You want me to uncool myself? You want me to make myself lame so that you feel better about yourself? You get what I'm saying?
Going about doing that is not by being a great listening ear, not by being understanding, not by doing a bunch of different math problems and meeting them where they are. But no, he's depicting that based off of how he dresses, at least in the video.
Look like Yachty.
I know people aren't gonna
that
want
freaky
hear
ass
this,
outfit, bro.
depicting that
You
based
got
off
on
of
cheetah
how he
pants as
dresses.
a grown man. You're the cool teacher. Yeah, he was definitely a lame in school.
At least in the video shown online. I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but there are certain professions in which you have to be professional through and through, from tip to toe, top to bottom. I don't want to see my teacher for my kid doing some sort of TikTok dance in the damn classroom, especially when I know what these test scores are in America. Like, I just don't want to see that.
I'd be damned if I see my daughter teacher doing TikTok dances with the students and she below her grade level in reading or below her math level. If you don't go give my child some extra learning, you know what I'm saying? Some extra attention.
Like every time we have this conversation, people feel as if we're putting people down. But the reality is these teachers enjoy the attention from their students more than anything. And that right there is weird.
Let's just
keep it
real and admit that some teachers enjoy attention from students.
That is weird.
I've been a teacher for a long time, almost 10 years. And one thing that I noticed really quick was when I would wear fitted clothing, kids noticed. They noticed. I remember one year, kids accused me all year of having a BBL. After that year, I decided, you know what? I'm not wearing tight clothes to school anymore, because that's not the kind of attention that I want at school. But there's a time and a place for everything.
It is indeed.
Right? Like wearing those tight clothes, those tight skirts, low cut clothes, not for school. The big part of being a teacher is just modeling how to navigate the world. Modeling how to dress appropriately.
I was just about to say that. I definitely get where she's coming from. I would want my teacher, I would want my student, my son teacher, my daughter teacher to dress a certain way, to carry themselves a certain way. Because at the end of the day, that's who they're looking up to when they're not looking at me. You get what I'm saying? That's who's in there. Bro, children's minds are like sponges. So that's what they're soaking in. They're soaking in how this teacher's dressed and how she's being treated, the way that she's dressed, and how he is dressed and how he's being treated. You get what I'm saying? That's how I see it, though.
Been in these situations before. Students getting specialized treatment from the cool teacher, teachers wanting to fit in by knowing the song.
Yeah, like that. Kind of weird.
The television shows that the kids are watching, listening to the music, trying to be a part of the in crowd. Those people have not mentally passed where they are when they were in those same classrooms, sitting in those same desks. They're not getting attention from somewhere else, so they're gonna get it from people who are forced to spend 8 hours a day with them. Looking at the teacher in the beginning, there are pictures of him showing his midriff off. There's even outfits where he's like showing that he has a grill in his mouth.
Like, bro, who is he getting dressed for? This nigga look like he about to go to the club, to a bar. He about to go on Water Street, go pull some.
There's even outfits where he's like showing that
he dressed to
grill
impress
in his mouth. Like, why does nobody think that is like not okay? And before I get to
it's
crowd
not
people
okay.
in the comments that are saying, yo, if I had a teacher who dressed this way, I would pay more attention, I would respect my teacher more, I'd be more willing to learn. That's cap. We just need to full stop and not say that. There's studies out there that talk about how looks,
that'll just be more of your friend than your teacher,
unattractive, can have effects on whether students are paying attention to a teacher or not.
Imagine how the other teachers look at this nigga coming in there dressed head to toe, his best from the head to the toe, the best clothes in his closet. Boy.
Also studies that show that, hey, dressing a certain way, dressing more professionally, proceeds to then give students a higher value. Like, they view you just better in the grand scheme of things. I know that sounds crazy, but we are programmed a certain way. To me, one of the reasons why I want to stop this and nip this in the bud is because when that slope starts to get slippery, it starts to slide in left, right, sideways, all the way downhill. When I was young, there were boundaries set with the people that were considered professionals in my life, whether it be teachers, doctors, attorneys, or whoever the case may be. But nowadays, when I scroll social media, I see things like teachers getting their hair braided with their students.
Inappropriate. Let me see my daughter doing this shit. You got my daughter braiding your hair, planning your hair. Run me my fade. Run me my 30. fight me, nigga. Ain't no way. That's inappropriate right
in
there.
class during class time, which is insane and out of pocket and totally inappropriate. And then I also see these teachers doing these long, lengthy handshakes, hugging their students, etc., etc. Now, I would hope that a lot of people agree with me that the teacher getting his hair undone by the students is weird as hell.
That
Like,
is
he's
weird as
claiming
hell
that it
because
makes
me
it-
personally, I love when people. I got hair under here. Y'all know I got hair. I love when my girlfriend or my mama or anybody take down my hair just because simple fact it feels good. So you want these kids to make you feel good. What nigga?
connection with his students. What more deeper of a connection do you need than to just, give them their assignments? I don't know, make sure that they're passing their classes. But even as I extend over to the woman that is doing the handshakes, one of the main problems that I have is that we're showing the kids' faces now. We're not even like blurring the kids'
Oh, yeah.
faces. You've
Okay.
got your
That's the
social
problem.
media presence out there so much that you're showing what seems to be like little kids' faces on the internet. When are the professionals gonna be professional? And it only makes it worse because we've enabled this behavior for so long that it allows people to become ultra defensive when somebody tries to correct them for their actions.
During this time, hey bestie, I really hope that you see this message. How are you?
Is he crying?
I hope that you're okay.
Grown ass man sitting on this fucking internet crying, and that better not be a student texting him.
Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much, and can't wait for you to come back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
lock
that's
this
that same
nigga up.
teacher.
Throw away the key. Throw away the key. What the fuck, bro? He got students texting him like that. Hey bestie. Grown ass man, weirdo. What? No.
Was having the kids undo his hair. He got suspended, and this is how he responds in the freakiest, nastiest way possible. I don't think people really realize this, but you spend a lot of your formative years in a classroom. Teachers ultimately become role models. I know that people talk about your households and your
I'd be
family
damned
and
if my
stuff
son
like that,
looking
having
up
a
to that
major
nigga,
influence
getting
on
taught
you.
by that
But think
nigga.
about it. A professional person in a professional setting, the first time that you usually see those is potentially the doctor when you're like a kid or whatever the case may be, but then also a teacher in the classroom. They are role models to the world. And if they aren't upholding those standards, well, then it makes sense how we can then go into life not understanding, yo, there should be some standard for how I don't know, go do an interview.
So I just got dress coded during an interview. And then they decided to reschedule the interview with me for tomorrow. But before they rescheduled, the lady was like, would you like to come back? Like go change and then come back?
Yes.
And I was like, no. These are the shorts.
As a teacher though, that's too much skin. I wouldn't want my daughter being taught by you. I know my
This
son
young
gonna look
woman
at you
is
away.
flabbergasted at the fact
I know.
that she got flagged for dress code. I mean, you have on shorts to
I
an
know.
interview, and I don't even want to say that it's your fault. You weren't
There's a
taught.
time
While you
and
were
a
in
place.
school, you probably had the cool teacher who was wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt and being unprofessional to the students and the whole environment as a whole. So you think that this is normal. When you get into a professional setting, this is what
It's
you're
not.
supposed to do. But I'm here to tell you, hey, no, that's not it. But every action doesn't just happen as a one-off. People become unprofessional because the standards weren't set and met at the beginning of their life, right? The teachers dress a certain way, they pass the interview looking a certain way, and then they come into the office dressed for a professional corporate job, getting off their office siren fits.
How to dress like an office siren. First, start with a fitted blouse, turtleneck, or high neck tank. Next, a pencil skirt or
The fuck is
low-waisted
an
fitted
office
trousers.
siren?
For shoes, a pointed kitten heel. Put your hair either up and a little undone or down and sleek. The most important part, a pair of rectangular glasses.
So definitely the skirt is way too short, and the
Nah, she look like she
are-
getting ready for a porno, my baby. Oops, I mean, she getting ready for a hub video, bro. What?
making it worse, particularly them being visible. I think if that skirt was a couple inches longer, I probably would never say anything. I think it's cute outside of this. Like, I wouldn't wear this to work.
Yeah,
It's not even
I
just
wear
that
that
the
for a hub
outfits
shoot.
themselves
For,
are outrageous, but the
OnlyFans.
concept of being
You know what I'm
something
saying?
that is luring
She'll wear that for
men or
OnlyFans.
luring women or luring
For
people's
the office?
attention in a
Nah.
sexual manner at work.
That's
is
just
what's
giving.
really
CEO, come pick me. Come promote me. I do anything for the promotion. Let's be
kind of
real.
throwing me off. Like, I can already tell that these people who are putting on these outfits have never worked in a corporate building because first and foremost, it's cold. Like, nobody's wearing those things to this cold environment. I'm just trying to stay bundled up and warm so I don't go to sleep. But second off, and most importantly, I'm not trying to get Janice from accounting to be turned on sexually by the things that I have on. Now, if it happens to happen while I have a polo shirt on, that's a whole different conversation. But like me showing off my thigh meat in order to get James from the IT department to like lick his lips or something like that, that's the weird thing. The reason why I started off at the dress being unprofessional is because that's just the first portion of the iceberg. It goes deeper because these are the same people who then make excuses as to why they can do unprofessional things on the platform. If we extended this to any other profession, it probably makes sense. Probably like the medical field, right? You would expect them to dress a certain way and act a certain way, right? But again, it all blends into each other. That's why there's people like that therapist from a couple years ago who openly went on the platform and outed her male patients. Ultimately, she got fired, but it was crazy how unprofessional she was.
Nah, nigga, I'm suing her. This is why I don't trust her therapy. This is why I don't do therapy. What? Fuck that
TikTok
shit.
platformer in her professional environment.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence. And I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment.
And it would be different if she
That's
was
a you
recommending
problem.
just therapy, but she
You're
was
violating
literally giving
guidelines,
examples of her
motherfucker.
real life patients and berating the men on the internet. Unprofessional as hell. And I know people are thinking that I'm over exaggerating,
No,
but
you're
trust me,
not.
the lines can be extremely
not.
blurred once you start to mix the unprofessional and
suing that
professional.
bitch. I'm
set.
suing the
Meet
company.
Adriana Williams. This is a former teacher in Monroe Comprehensive High
SA?
School who was caught with allegations of essaying a child. But it's not just any child, it's her former student. Now, I'm not saying this is the explicit reason as to why this happened, but all this unprofessional behavior being normalized in these professional environments probably gave people an excuse to just let all this stuff slide and go undetected. Because when I see the past videos of how she was acting with her students, she was basically flirting with the kid.
I'll remember him. I taught him last year.
Made a 90.
Yet he still finds a way to see me every day. He is rough-handed.
Disgusting.
Oh, look, there he goes again.
Disgusting. Bro, imagine. Alright, let double standard. Imagine a guy doing this to a girl student. Oh my god. FBI open up. They calling the police and everything.
I think he wants to be back in 9th grade.
Why do you keep coming down this hall?
She be calling me. Yo, she be emailing me to come down.
Why you telling stories? Why you telling
You see how he
stories?
switched his story.
It look like I'm lying.
Why lie?
Yes.
I'm not.
He gets on my nerves, but that's my twin, we be vibing.
That's your twin, you be vibing, man. That's a student. Well, I do agree that the
That's sick.
conversation about respectability politics is real. People shouldn't be judged based off of having dreadlocks or names or, you know, speaking with a certain, you know, tone, vernacular, or whatever the case may be. Those things are real. But that doesn't mean that we can't uphold and maintain professional standards in professional environments. I think the reason why people are giving a bunch of leeway is because these are teachers, first and foremost. But if these were people like doctors, lawyers, accountants, or anything like that, judges, health police officers, all those things, people would be looking at it extremely strange that these people want to dress a certain way, act a certain way. And because there's a bigger, broader picture saying that these people are role models to certain young individuals, they should even want to dress a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way, and not go down this path of just being unprofessional as hell. But let me know what y'all think.
Hey, man. I agree with him 100%. I don't think I disagree with him not one time in this video. But let me know if y'all disagree with what I said, because me and him, we pretty much said the same thing. Shout out Measy. But, hey, I'm going to catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.